I've been using my M1 Max MacBook Pro for over 4 years now, and I still don't need to upgrade. Let me explain. I bought this M1 Max MacBook Pro 16-inch in November of 2021. Currently, February of 2026, and I still don't need to upgrade this machine. This runs my entire YouTube channel. And for most of you, you're probably thinking, whoa, 4 years, 4.5 years, that's a pretty long time. And it is. 4 years and 3 months later, this M1 Max MacBook Pro is still a beast, still edits all of my videos, all of my YouTube shorts, reels, runs my entire network of channels and social networks, and still does it without breaking a sweat. I record all of my videos using a Sony camera and my sound via an external mic, and all of this still doesn't even break a sweat on the M1 Max MacBook Pro. Sometimes, whenever I use other tasks, especially AI tasks or tasks with ProRes RAW footage, I notice that it's a bit slower than the newest and shiniest M4 Max MacBook Pro, but still, this is a beast. And the thing about this computer is, it still has the newest and shiniest design and chassis. It still has the newest and shiniest keyboard and trackpad. It still has the newest and shiniest display. So, there's lots of things that over the last 4 years, this machine is still very up to date. And now, 4 years later, I still recommend this computer for lots of people. Because it only costs like $800 used, and it's a beast. A complete beast. If you love video editing, playing games, any like GPU intensive tasks, this is more powerful than the newest M4 chip. So if you are currently thinking of buying the M4 chip or the M5 chip, consider that an M1 Max MacBook Pro is more powerful in terms of GPU performance. In terms of CPU, in terms of efficiency, this is not up there, simply because it's 4 years old right now. But in terms of GPU performance, buy it. It's still a beast and you will love it. Going back to that design, this is still the same aluminum body that the newest and shiniest M4 Max MacBook Pro has. This is the old space gray color. Now you have a more darker color, which I think it's better, but you still have this beautiful design, the same design as the newest and shiniest. You have the same I/O, the same ports, you have the same keyboard, the same trackpad, the same display. In terms of hardware, you have pretty much the same machine, the same battery size. So if you're considering, oh, I should buy the newest one because that one is a bit older, it isn't. The only difference is actually on the chip. So the chip is the only thing that changed over the last 3 years. And let me tell you that this M1 Max is still pretty much overkill for most people that consider buying this computer. If you're considering buying a new computer in 2026, there are two things that you need to look at. Your needs and how much money do you have, your budget. So, if you have a budget of $1,000, you probably have several machines in front of you. But if you only have $1,000 to spend and you need a computer that it's actually very powerful, then your options slim down a bit. Because, let's just face it, with $1,000 you can buy the M4 MacBook Air. And I've made a video, my last video on that, and why you should buy it, why it's the best deal in tech right now. But, the big but, what if you need a GPU intensive machine that has lots of GPU cores, lots of RAM, and you only have $1,000. Well, that's a tougher task. And this is where the M1 Max MacBook Pro enters. For around $1,000, you can get a 32GB of RAM computer, like this one. You can get 32 GPU cores, or even more with the M2 Max. All these machines, they cost like $1,000, $1,200, and they give you insane GPU performance. The CPU performance is a bit, I would say, outdated because this is the M1 chip. Still, but in terms of GPU, you can't beat this. In terms of durability, over the 4 years that have passed, no issues here. The keyboard is still brand new, still feels like it was new. The trackpad, brand new still. I don't have any scratches or dents on this computer. It still looks awesome. And this is a war machine, guys. I've taken this throughout the world, trains, planes, different continents, different countries, and I've edited all my videos here since I bought it, and it's still a beast. The only thing that I would say that the keyboard is a bit not mushy. It's brand new in terms of tactile feeling, but it's a bit worn out. So you have this a little bit of a look to the keys where you touch it, but other than that, it's still black. It still looks great. If I clean it, it still looks brand new, and the display has no glaring issues, no glaring defects like older generations of MacBook Pros had, where the display, well, we all know what happened. And touching on the display, this is very bright. This is a mini LED display that, if you look back, in 2026, MacBooks that you can buy, this is still the best display you can get. This is super bright, super color accurate, and it's so awesome with 120Hz technology. So you still have the notch, 120 Hz, mini LED technology. What more can you ask from a 4-year-old machine, right? I bought the 1TB version, and that's probably my biggest regret looking backwards, because the 1TB option was totally not enough. After about 1 year of use, I had to buy external SSDs, and I bought one from Samsung for like $200, and it had an extra 2 TB of storage. If I could go back and change something about this computer, was the amount of storage that I bought. Yes, it was very expensive to buy like 8 TB, but if I had, well, that would be a different story. Again, looking back, I wouldn't change that much about this machine. Maybe just the storage, get 2 TB, 4 TB, 8 is overkill, but maybe that. Considering that I didn't have lots of money, probably that wouldn't be possible. But I've made an all-in decision when I've bought this computer, and what can I say? I don't regret it one bit. But now, in 2026, should you buy this machine? And here's a different story, because I do believe that the M4 MacBook Air is the best value computer for most people. But if you need a very powerful machine in terms of GPU performance to play games, or even to use 3D rendering apps, or even to edit videos, the M1 Max MacBook Pro or even the M2 Max, they surge as an option, a valid option. They are still very powerful machines, they still give you the hardware from the newest and shiniest MacBook Pros, and they are very, very cheap used. You can grab them for like $1,000, the same price as the M4 MacBook Air. So there's a space in the market still to buy these older machines, these older MacBook Pros, especially this new generation of MacBook Pros that is getting old, because we are getting to the end of this generation of MacBook Pros. I do believe in about 1.5 years, we are getting a completely new redesigned MacBook Pro generation family. So probably OLED displays, better design cooling systems, better hardware overall. But this generation revolutionized the MacBook Pro, gave us a different life, saved it. And this M1 Max MacBook Pro is the example of that. This is so good still. I still run my entire YouTube channel on it, and I don't plan to upgrade. And that's why in 2026, I can still recommend this machine for most of you. So if you're looking to buy a 16-inch MacBook Pro and you want to spend your whole house on it, like $6,000, $5,000 on it, grab an M1 Max MacBook Pro. I don't think you won't regret it. $1,000, what a deal. And again, everything around this computer grew. I've bought a NAS, I've bought an external display, I bought external keyboards, external mouse, everything to create a better editing environment, to grow my YouTube channel, everything around it, lighting, microphones, cameras, everything. I invested in everything. But you want to know what's the biggest constant throughout all of these years of YouTube? This MacBook Pro. I spent $4,000 when I bought it in 2021, when my channel only had like 100 subscribers. And now, 7.5 thousand subscribers later, and lots of investment, this is still with me. This is still my brains. This is still the motor, the engine behind my YouTube channel. And that's why I can stop recommending these computers. These are one of the best investments you will make for your work life. These are beasts that Apple created, and I'm so proud of mine. Like, Apple, what an amazing computer.